turn left.
Good morning people, it's been a while. Back in the lakes, tackling the back of Skiddaw walk today. 7 Wainwrights, around 8 to 10 hours. So I was looking at the route last night when I was planning it. Bit of a strange one, this one. So the first fell is called Binsey, and you park in a lay-by down below. Once you summit it, you've got to go back to the car, and then the next one's in the distance over there, and it looks like a lot of walking down roads and stuff. Looking at the Stuart Marshall book, he'd even said you can drive certain parts of it because you're coming back to your car, but we're just going to walk it. You know, feel like I'm cheating driving parts of it, but it's a big walk. It's about 14 miles, so you could probably take a bit of time off it, but yeah, we'll just come back to the car later on. Apparently Binsey, a lot of people come to it, but it's only early, it's like 7:30 now, so there's no one about. And we were going to actually do the Skiddaw walk, but as you can see in the background, the bigger mountains are shrouded in clouds. Binsey, 447 metres. That's only took 20 minutes to get up here. Easy one that. This wind's meant to die down soon, so hopefully it does. But yeah, nice and easy one to start. Some good views as well. One down, 6 to go. So that was a quick one. Straight back down to where we come from, where we've parked, and then we've got a long walk down a road to the next one. So by the looks of it, the next few fells are going to be over these ways, around and down. Not too bad in size actually. So people actually do come up here early. So it must be popular. A few people turned up, and we are back at the car. That's only took 36 minutes to go up and back to the car, and now we've got to shoot down the road for ages. But Stuart Marshall had said you could drive it, as it said earlier on. We're happy to just do it on foot. Zeg. Oh, wait, no. Some of the Binsey there, and we've come across a lot of fields, passing through a lot of farms and stuff. 1 mile down this road. Nice.
And is it, how many miles is it in total?
14. Yeah, there's a lot of road walking by the looks of it.
Control.
Turn left along the bridle path. Then
Skid all
take
out.
the 0 point.
Quite a few cars parked up there and quite a few people in front of us hiking, so this must be popular around this area. But we've just walked for around an hour on roads through farms and stuff, and we had read that a lot of people leave Binsey till the last Wainwright when they've done a 214, wondering why, and now it sort of makes sense that it's a good bit out of the way from these ones. So we're going to be going right up here shortly to the second Wainwright, which is called Bakestall. It's been a while since Binsey in the background, miles away, just flat walking. It's been a bit weird because you've had such a long rest. Now we've got the ascent coming up, and from what I could see on the elevation profile yesterday, I think it's up and down and then back up. As you see, it dips down here near the waterfall, and I'm assuming we're over there. So the GPS is saying here, nice and steep one up there. Everyone else has took the path that way to different fells, but it's just one of them, innit? Bit steep, doesn't look great either. Oh, it's one of those grassy ones. What you do though? Path is absolutely non-existent. Says we're on the GPS, but it's not on there, man. You can barely see it. It mustn't be walked very much. Everyone seems to be going the other way on the easy path, but I'll actually can sort of see it. It's not great, but not far off up there. Not great, is it? No, it is an actual route. I can see it on the GPS. Someone's been up here anyway. Water bottle. Tell you what, I wouldn't recommend this for like the older generation. Stiff.
Oh, are you scared of height?
Yeah, it's not. It's very grassy, so it's just slippy, man. It's a bit treacherous, but you know, I'm not really bothered, but it could go wrong that easily, especially in bad weather. Starts to flatten out a bit. Tired off that. Took the breath out of me, that one. And this weather's not looking great, like. You can see Binsey over there in clouds. So it starts to lash down. Wasn't forecasted. Looks like it might just be a passing shower. You can see it coming through here. I'm hoping it does, like, 'cause I haven't got no waterproofs apart from my coat. Everything's in the house. I've been a bit of a smart ass today, never brought nothing. just annoying me, can't see nothing now. Clouds come in here. No visibility now. Bakestall, 673 metres. Just looking at the Wainwright book, and it used to be loads of rocks piled up, but obviously not anymore. I've just checked the GPS, saying it's right here. I can't even reference other mountains around it, as the Wainwright book says, because of the cloud, but yeah, we'll take it 2 down. You can see, it looks like it might pass over this cloud, hoping it does. But yeah, that was a bit of a slog getting up here, it's been a while. So it's starting to descend. That fell, the last one, probably felt like the most pointless fell ever. The graft we had to put in there for that, mate, honestly. And then we're going back down, killer. So by the looks of it on the GPS, we're going to cross this road at the bottom, straight up into the hills again. Fun. So that's basically where we walked up and over, and everyone's coming up this path. A lot of people came past us up this way, but don't know why he chose to go the hard way up. He could have come the easy way. So we're in a bit of a pickle on the map here. It's saying we need to turn back, go over this river here and up there. There's no path going up there, it's just non-existent. Might have a little quick look anyway to see what it's saying, but don't know. So change of plan here. That path the guy's saying over there, up there, the GPS was asking you to cross the river and it was flowing so fast and it wasn't even nowhere to cross anyway, and I cannot see any like anything of a path there. So we're gonna go back to where we ascended this one earlier on and try and cut across the land. Maybe there's a farm in the distance and a road, and that's the only other way I can see up. You could go up there, Great Calver, and then go over to Knot, which we've done in the past. That's a big ascent and it's quite tough, and you know, I don't know how long that'll add on, so I'm just going to take this route and then see if I can get across that way. But I think that map's quite wrong, if I'm honest. You know, that's, out of all the routes we've done, that's been the biggest mistake I can see he's made, because there's a non-existent path there. So we'll just see how we get on now. You can follow this road by the looks of it on GPS, and you can shoot here downwards on a bit of a dirt path. But the way he was asking to go was across here and up. I read the Stuart Marshall book last night and he said he drove parts of it, which sort of makes sense how he's done it. Sometimes it's best just to improvise. So that's a no-go anyway. No trespassing, so I don't know how he's went up there that way. I'm just going to have to go back to where I came from earlier on and circle back. It's quite far, but it's going to have to be done, unfortunately. I'm not willing to go that stupid way, and no other way there as far as I can see. Don't really want to get into a confrontation with a farmer over trying to get up mountains, but we'll find a way. It'll just take a while. It's going to add a bit of time on anyway. So we've had to return all the way back to where the cars were today. So the third plan is we're going to have to go all the way back to where we come from earlier on. You can see actual paths going up to this great Cockup. It's a big detour, but you know, I weren't cutting across all that stuff before, and then the farm situation, I don't know to score with farmers or people. I'm not arguing a toss with someone over a walk, so it is what it is. Just going to have to crack on, but I'm not getting off. I'm going to finish the walk. I think it's going to be a long day, mate. Still got a nice bit of ascent to go now. But it is what it is, unfortunately. So we're on an actual path now. Proper one. That's not on the route the guide said, but this is a legit path. I've checked the GPS. Bit disheartened there, but I can feel it coming back now. But I'm gonna have to do a bit of research into this route when I get home and just see where the problems are. I looked at different people's routes on Outdoor Active, and not many people have done this route. Wondering why. Hopefully gets us to the finish. Still got 5 left and we've been out for 5 hours. Probably the slowest day of Wainwright bagging ever. So we are on a legit path this time, but I'm tired. Been walking for 10 miles, just over 5 hours, and you can see path's overgrown. So here's the road below with the farm that we tried to enter earlier on. Starting to think I should have just walked through it and seen what happens. Clouds hasn't cleared all day. It's starting to go now a bit. Emrys did say it might clear later on in the day. A few heads in a little Cockup there. We're going a big one now. There's people there going up that one. There's people everywhere. Little Cockup and big Cockup. Right on the summit of this great Cockup, and then we're back on that route hours later. Wow. Literally killed ourselves for this one. Great Cockup, 526 metres. Near died here, mate. But it's all in the fun, innit? Just been speaking to people and they said the next one's actually good. So hopefully it's better than this beast. At least we got there in the end and we're back on the route. So we've just spoke to someone on the summit then, and he said that Sca Fell's actually got some shelters. So we're just gonna chill and have a scran there. Sheen has got no energy, so rather than standing there in the cold, we're gonna get something over in the next fell. Emrys said it was 60% in the morning, cloud-free summit, and then 90 in the afternoon. And look at it. Absolutely non-existent, the views. Sca Fell, 550 metres. Wainwright has said in the book that you'll get a surprise when you're up here because it's not actually a cairn, it's a summit shelter. So it's a cool one actually, and we're just gonna get something to eat now. Absolutely knackered, but that's 4 down, mate. Not doing too bad, actually doing alright for times. Been walking around 6 hours and nearly 13 miles, so probably not as bad as we actually thought. Quite quick. It's good though. Don't think I've ever been so relieved to have a break in a Scran. Normally we don't take proper breaks, but we had to here. And the views are non-existent anyway. Don't even know what's around us. So this is the last bit of ascent for today, up to Great Sca Fell, but you can't even gauge it because of the clouds. I'm nearly on the summit, but it's just annoying, man, when you can't see. It takes the fun out of it, to be honest, for me. And even worse, this hasn't even got a summit cairn, apparently it's just a flat mound of grass. Great Sca Fell, 651 metres. At least someone's made a cairn. Wainwright has said in the book that there wasn't one here, and it was just flat as a bowling green. It's obviously changed a lot since then, but at least there's something here anyway. What can I really say? Non-existent views. It's one of them, innit? It's been one of those days. That's 5 down, 2 to go. Not being the most enjoyable walk, but what you do? Getting them boxed off though, aren't we? Straight on to the second to last one, Brae Fell. No point hanging about, nothing to look at. Brae Fell, 585 metres. Windy. I know, get it on. It's not that Trev Sea rock again, is it?
It's Trev.
Sure, oh mate. And if you've looked at my other videos, Trev appears in all of them. Mate, he must do all the way night beside him. But yeah, terrible weather, man. Look at that. Freezing as well. I've got shorts on, my legs are cold. So yet again I was checking the GPS and the route down to the last fell was just walking into nowhere as usual. And with this visibility I'd rather not take the chance, so again I've had to do a bit of a detour but use a proper path down. It's a couple of ways down here, not worth risking your safety, to be honest, but we're starting to come out of the clouds a bit now. Weather's cleared a bit. There's our last fell up there. Longlands Fell, 483 metres, the last one of the day, 7 Wainwrights. We got there in the end. We're on 7.5 hours and 15.6 miles. A lot longer than we thought. Another 7 in the bag. Not fancy to look at again. It's a lot calmer down here. Nice views, but not up in the mountains. And we are parked just beyond this lake here. Right people, back of schedule, so we'll start with the parking. You can see it on Google Maps, Binsey. Basically, there's a lay-by here, or you can park there. So this is where I parked. Little lay-by here, probably got a couple of cars, but we got there fairly early, about 7ish or something, so obviously there's no one about, but yeah, great parking spec. But yeah, you can park further up, worst case, couple here. And here's your entrance to Binsey, straight through that gate. Binsey, fairly easy. I think we were up on the summit within 20 minutes, something like that. And we were back down within about 30 minutes, something like that. As it's explained in the video, it's just straight up and down. And then you return back to the car, come back to your car, and then straight down this road. Here you can see on my actual recorded route though. So yeah, I start in the lay-by, up, down, and then at this point it's a lot of road walking. Easy patch, nothing too taxing, it's literally flat walking for ages. And that's where Stuart Marshall was coming from, where he was saying you could drive part of the route. What he'd said, he'd done Binsey, and then he'd get in his car and drive towards the next fell, as far as he could basically, till he could then walk it. But obviously I'm not about that, I'm just about doing it on foot. Again, loads of walking down roads. Before you get to this part here, there was a lot of cars parked in this area and people were ascending a few fells from that area. You can see here, that's a long walk before you'd even get near the second fell. But anyway, second fell, Bakestall. So you could probably see on the video how sketchy that path up to Bakestall was. It was literally steep, really steep, and just grassy. I did question a couple of times, was that an actual path? And then I kept checking the GPS and you can see here, there is an actual route going up to there. Not the best, and I'd say I probably wouldn't do this in wet weather. It's, you know, probably not going to kill yourself if you fall or nothing, but it's steep enough you'd probably get seriously injured. We were lucky it was dry at the time we went up there. Straight up to Bakestall, as you could see on the video, nothing to see. Weather was absolutely terrible. MWS had said on that day, 90% chance of cloud-free summits, non-existent. Obviously Binsey was great, but that was early on before all the cloud come in. Felt like a bit of a waste of time. And then we descended down this, and what we did notice as we were descending from Bakestall was a lot of people travelling up here and up this way to Bakestall. But then obviously it's not a circular route anymore, and I'm assuming that's why you go certain ways. And this is the part where we had the issues. So, something I noticed from this walk, I've been tracking in this outdoor active map for the last few months, and we got to this point here, and I'm tracking on this map, so I'm looking around here, and as you can see, there is no path. It was basically asking us to cross the river, up past Dash Farm, which is here, and then up onto the fells there to Great Cockup. Something I noticed was, because I've been looking in that mode for quite a while, I never had the pro version of Outdoor Active, as I used to use View Ranger, as you might know. Ordnance Surveys maps for free, whereas it's a paid feature on this app, so I didn't realise this at the time. But anyway, when I got home, I decided to download the pro version with the other maps on, and you can see here, this is the mistake I made. You can see here, there is actually a path running down past Dash Farm, and basically Marshall had got to this area and just cut up. He cut up here somewhere and got up to Great Cockup. That was a mistake on my part, but something I would say was, I looked and looked and looked, and I could not see any sort of path going up there. There's the route from the 36 Walks website. As you can see here, he had cut up towards Great Cockup, which is around here somewhere. I probably could have just went across the river, although at the time it was flowing fast and I couldn't find a crossing point. Didn't really want to get soaked, so probably could have got across and took that path up. I had to just live with the mistake basically, so I ended up going back down the road, and I did see on the GPS that you could cut across the farm. My idea was swerve the path going up, because I couldn't see it anyway because I didn't have the Ordnance Survey maps. Go back down, and as you can see here, I was going to cut across the farm, and my idea was to come across this path and try and join onto that and then up to Great Cockup. Obviously I get to the farm, and as you could see, there was a no trespassing sign, and I didn't want to get into a bit of a confrontation with anyone over cutting across their land. You know, the sign's there to warn you, and you know what some of the farmers like, so I thought, is it really worth it? We got to that point, and then we knew it wasn't happening, so we had to go all the way back and return quite a bit back down that road till I could see an actual path going up, a better one, and that added on quite a long time. I'm not one to give up, so I thought I'll find another way. Found my way up here, and obviously getting to this stage is where you would have cut across and got to that point, but it must have added on a good few miles, and then yeah, straight up to Great Cockup. Again, nothing to see, clouds shrouded the whole of the hills. And then yeah, we spoke to a few people. They said Sca Fell was good, it had a shelter, so we thought why not have some lunch on there. And by the time we got to that Sca Fell, we were absolutely knackered. We had a quick bit of lunch, chilled out for 20 minutes, and then it's straight up to Great Sca Fell, 100 metres higher, and that just felt horrible. It does do me head in and you can't see anything, there's no views, and couldn't do anything about that. Pretty much downhill from Great Sca Fell, so you get down to Brae Fell, which is what, around 70 metres lower. Nice easy flat path going down, and again here's where the mistake with them maps came. So the guy had said basically go down here over the river up to Longlands Fell. Obviously you can see here, I can't see that on that map, so to me it looked like there was no path, and I couldn't see that far in front of me, so I thought I'm not risking it. And then looking back on the Ordnance Survey, there is actually a path running down. Then again, I still don't know where he's gone to this point unless he's crossed and come back up, but that was a nice easy gradual path down. Don't think it really mattered, to be honest, but yeah, straight up to Longlands Fell. Again, couldn't see anything. And then from that point you have got a long walk back to the car, nice long walk. I'll tell you, I've got the Stuart Marshall book here. He had said, funnily enough, he'd said it was 10.5 miles, 6 to 7.5 hours, but that was the driving route. And then he's got a car-free, longer alternative route, which he put down as 16 miles and 7 to 9 hours, which I ended up doing in less than 9 hours and ended up putting another 3 miles on top of that. So the 36 Walks website had said 14.7 mile, 9 to 10 hours. So here are the stats from the walk. It was 18.8 miles. We started at 7:26 and finished at 4:12. The track recorded was 8 hours and 46 minutes. We only spent 7 hours and 7 minutes moving there, so you know, good day for us. Considering it was 18.8 miles, that's a long walk and a long day. If I was to summarise this walk, I would say the point where I should have crossed the river, I'd maybe check that out if I was you, but bear in mind that path did not look like it existed. Could have been there was a lot of ferns, so it could have been on the undergrowth. I'd certainly explore it if you were up there, check it out, and if not, take a different way, but just be prepared that it could be a long day. I could imagine on a good day that'd be a great walk with proper visibility. I went out on that day thinking it was going to be good weather, as Emwys had said, but sometimes you don't always get it right. And something I would say is make sure you get the Ordnance Survey maps. So Ordnance Survey actually shows you different routes to the free maps, and sometimes using the free maps ain't the best, so always use Ordnance Survey, I'd say, in future, and on the next few walks that's what I'll be using. But you learn your lesson anyway. As always people, any relevant stuff is linked in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.